Welcome to Vintage Gaming Memories. Shall we play a game?
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So let's get right into this one. What's inside this box here is another vintage tabletop game, but it's maybe one that most have not heard of. And I'll have to be the first to admit it, I have never heard of this game until recently when I started to pursue it. So let's get this out of the box and check it out. Well, here it is. This is a 1982 Entex Spiders tabletop game. Supposedly, this is based off the 1981 full-size arcade game by Sigma Enterprises, which also has the same name, Spiders. Let's first take a look at the outside of this game and see what we have here. Now, the listing had this noted as being in tested and working condition. So that's awesome to see. It looked really good in the pictures, and I have to say, it feels pretty heavy. I have to tell you that right off the bat. I know it takes 4 C-size batteries, and I'm hoping it's not still inside here, but we'll see in a second. Actually, you know what? I'm going right to the battery compartment. I just want to see. Yeah, they are there. There are batteries, and it's leaked, I guess. Not sure if that was from previous batteries, but let's get these out right away. I don't think these are leaking, but nonetheless, we don't want these in here right now anyways. It definitely adds a lot of weight to it. I'll have to clean that cover, but not a big deal. But since we have it open, let's check out the inside of the battery compartment. Very clean. I mean, to a point. I can clean all that out as well. There's the date on there from October 9th, 1982. And I believe that's a serial number perhaps above it. And we still have a really good condition instruction summary on the back here. Also has a stamp on here of the date of 1982 by Entex Industries, Inc. We also have an option to go with an AC connection if you don't want to go the battery route. And we have an adjustment here. I believe that's to adjust the game speed because it looks exactly like their Entex Stargate game. Plus, Entex was known to have that feature in some of their other games like Defender, Turtles, and Super Cobra, which I actually made a video a few months ago on. Now, as far as the front goes, this is a VFD display. And it does have a nice look to the layout. I like how it's got like little bricks on the side here. It has a nice controller of a joystick. And it does need some lubrication, it sounds like. It's kind of loud and it moves around, but you can hear how loud that is. I'll probably have to open it up and maybe clean it up a little bit. There's the fire button and then your power toggle switch from off, on, or mute. 2 different skill levels, 1 and 2. Option for player, 1 or 2 players, or a demo option. Doesn't look too bad. The display doesn't have any major issues. I mean, just some dusting and cleaning and maybe some polishing that needs to be done. And I'm sure it's going to turn out really nice. Again, the casing, no scratches, no markings. This looks to be in really, really good condition, just like the listing showed. So I am happy with this purchase so far. Let me go and clean this up. And then I'll come right back, and then we can go ahead and talk about how to play this, and we'll play a game or two. All right, I'm all done cleaning it. It's all polished and looks really good. I'm happy with the way it turned out. Let me show you how this all cleaned up closer. We'll start off with the front here, and you can see that the display looks really good. All I had to use on that was just Novus 1, which is this product here, because it just really needed a shine. There wasn't any scratches on there, and if there was scratches, I usually go to my Novus 2, which is for fine scratch remover. And then if it was really bad, I have a Novus 3 product, which is for heavy and deep scratches, which does work. But anyways, I didn't have to go that route. It was pretty easy just to use a nice microfiber cloth and buff it out with some Novus 1, and it just came out perfect. Now, the plastic around it and everywhere else look pretty good to start, as you remember in the beginning of this video. So not much to do with that either. The stickers were all in great condition. The switches move nice and easy, and there's no issues with that. The joystick, that was kind of loud, and I wouldn't say it was too rough, but it was kind of loud. However, you maybe can't tell, but you can hear the noise, but that's kind of normal. It moves a lot smoother though. So what I did was I kind of cleaned inside the base there where the little swivel of the ball is. And I just used a cotton swab. And I also put some Novus 1 in there, which kind of acts like a little bit of a, I wouldn't say it's a lubricant, but it does make it clean and a little bit more smoother. So it does move around a lot nicer around the plastic. It doesn't rub against anything, so it does make it feel a little bit better. But we'll really test it when we have the game turned on to see how it moves. The button felt fine. I didn't think there was any concern there. So, yeah, that was pretty much it for the front. Now, the sides were already in great condition. Nothing to deal there. And then the back, well, the back we had some things to work on, starting with the battery cover. But the sticker that's on there for the brief summary of the instructions, that was in great condition. The little footers or the feet on the bottom here were great condition as well. The battery cover, the inside, as you might recall, had a little bit of corrosion on there. There were some batteries still in there when I got the game, but nothing was leaking currently. All the insides of the battery compartments for the 4 C-size batteries were pretty clean, except for one of the terminals, which I got it all cleaned up. And really, what I usually use to clean out the battery compartment, if there's corrosion, is a tool, which is this. Looks like a Dremel, but it's not. It's definitely a cheap China mark-off brand, I guess you can call it. I don't remember how much I paid, but it definitely wasn't more than 20 bucks. And it does its job, because all I'm using it for is to clean out the battery compartment and maybe some other areas that are kind of needing me to get into a small space, which this does really nicely. There are various options for the front here. I can change this out by pulling it out and then select like a different type of bit and sizes. You can also do sanding, different course on that. But it's an engraver, but it works well for getting some of that corrosion off. And it is wired, hardwired, so you cannot go wireless with it, because the wire has the variable control speed on it, as well as the on, off, and the reverse forward control. So it's a USB connector, and that's fine because I'm just using it really close to the plug anyways. I just want to get in and out. But it's pretty cool. Here's how it sounds in case you're wondered. Pretty quiet. And again, the speed can be adjusted. So I kind of keep it in the middle. Anyways, that did a great job on getting all that corrosion out without damaging anything else. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, also the cover had some corrosion, but I didn't use that tool. I just used basically some wipes, and I used the Novus 1. So we are ready to go. I just need to put 4 C-size batteries in, and then we will power it on and see if this works still. All right, let's turn this on and see if it works. All right, I can hear it, and I can see a 1 on the bottom right. But before we even go further, let me adjust the camera and the lighting so that it comes across clearer on the video. And then I'm going to actually run the demo and see what that shows us. Okay, I think this is going to be a lot better view for you to see what it looks like once I turn it on. I know it's a little bit dark right now, but the point is really to see what's on the display. So let's set this up for the demo mode, which is to the far right on my player selection. And then we will slide the on-off switch to on, not mute, because we want to hear some sound. All right, let's hit start. I'm wondering if that game speed can be controlled while it's in demo. So I'm going to just turn that little knob in front here. Well, you can hear the difference too. Yeah, it's speeding up the game. That's the fastest I could go. I'll slow it down. That's the slowest. We'll put it right in the middle again. All right, I think that's pretty good for the demo. I don't think I can stop it while it's on. I have to turn it off. So we'll just turn it in the middle here to the off position. Just by looking at the demo, I could see that the spiders have eggs. There's like, I guess, seeds or whatever that might be coming down. There's attacking spiders. There's the webs. I can only go left and right, so there's not an up and down option, even though the joystick does go up and down. And this is, I guess, from reading the back of the battery compartment, this is the photon fire button. The game ends when all my photon guns are destroyed by those spiders. So let's turn this to player 1, skill 1, and we'll have the sound on as well. So we have to press the fire button to start. Okay. Oh, I can move left and right. That's cool. Fire button works. Oh, missed it. I guess getting used to this. Just checking if it goes each position easily, and it does. I think that spider had an egg in there. That's what that white thing is in the side of it. These don't have anything. Those are seeds, I guess, turning into an egg, maybe. I don't know. It's my guess. Wow. Is that a web? I don't know. You got me there. Definitely speeds up as you continue to clear through these levels. I think that's it. Game over. Not much of an ending sound, it just kind of ends like that, and there's my score. Definitely challenging as I continue to clear the levels. Let's try it with skill 2 just for the heck of it. I have to turn it off and reset. Okay. And obviously I can make it more difficult by just adjusting the speed control dial if I really want to make it harder or easier. This is definitely harder. So I guess once they get to the bottom, it's game over. And let's go back to skill 1. I want to see how far I can get with this. So I'm going to do some speeding through on the camera view here so we don't have to watch me go through all the levels. Just curious if I can hit over 1,000 and if that actually ends the game, or do I get bonus or anything else with it. We'll find out. Well, that is it for that game. Well, after 1,000, I did get an extra bonus photon, I guess. And does get more challenging, as you could tell. Those spiders and the obstacles and the challenges become increasingly faster, and moving that joystick left and right and getting a precision on the shot to eliminate those spiders or the eggs or seeds or whatever they're throwing at me becomes a lot more difficult. Or that web, for example, whatever that was. Anyways, it is a cool game. Plus, you can play 2 players. Let me know what you guys think if you own one of these, or if you have the instructions, and maybe you can give me more details as to what I am shooting at besides spiders and eggs and seeds. Because I think that's the web that comes at me, like there, and you have to avoid it. So that's pretty cool as well. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch it through the end. And remember, keep your gaming passion from the past alive by living it today. Take care, everyone.